Alright, good morning, Leos. Let's see. Let's get started on your energy. My fiery guys and gals. I hope you guys had an awesome holiday. I actually really did. Had a great time. I just felt like, like after my kids got the Oculus Rift, I was like, well, there goes my friends for the day. You know, my kids are busy. So yeah, then I got to spend the rest of it watching movies. Exactly what I wanted to be doing, actually. But yeah, so let's see what's going on with Leos. I hope you had a great time. I hope your family is doing well. I hope you're doing well. This deck is like, nah, bitch. Alright, so let's start with another one. It's been really picky lately. Maybe I need to, like, throw some rocks on it. There you go. It's like, I'll talk when I want to talk. Yeah, all my decks have personalities, so bear with me. I really do find that, like, they have different, vibes, you know? So it's like, I can pick up a deck for one vibe or one for another. You know, it just kind of works out that way. I like that, because, you know, I used to think, like, why would you need more than one deck? And, like, now that I'm, like, an avid reader, I see. You need more context. You need more to add to the story, right? Sometimes you need to get those doubles on cards, too, to really add emphasis. So, yeah, it, like, turned out to be a whole thing. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. Leos, where are you at? What's going on with you? Alright, sad boys, gals. I see you. This Nine of Swords. I feel like you're coming to the end of a cycle here. If you see, there's a spirit of a dove here, right? Which is all about hope. And 9 is all about coming to the end of a cycle. And yes, right now you're probably feeling pretty alone. With this Eight of Wands in reverse, I feel like you feel like you're kind of doing it alone, you know? You feel like, pretty sad. Okay, fine. I will get into this with you. With the Moon in reverse, I feel like you shed light on a situation that you once only perceived the surface area of, right? You once only saw what was going on up here. And then finally there was some illumination that allowed you to see a fuller picture of what happened and the people you were dealing with. Which led to a tower for you, right? I actually love the tower moments because I feel like towers are what we grow from, you know? Towers allow us to rebuild in a way that, because the tower must fall, you know, but we rebuild in a way that better fits us, you know, in a way that fits our divine purpose. With this Five of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like after this tower, you're gonna no longer feel this, right? You're no longer gonna feel sad and alone and kind of stuck in that energy, you know? I feel like you're coming to the end of feeling like that. Yeah, with the Four of Wands, I feel like you're gonna go and connect with new people. You're gonna start seeing friends. You're gonna go enjoy yourself again, right? You're gonna make the choice to live again, right? Because I feel like you're just kind of sick and tired of feeling down and out and all by yourself in this. You know, and I am a hermit, okay? I love being alone. I love doing things by myself and stuff. But I also understand how sometimes it can become overwhelming. Or sometimes you feel like your happiness is on the other side of that door, you know? But the thing is it never was. And it never will be on the other side of that door. The happiness is something you cultivate inside, you know? You can choose to be happy alone in a room. You can choose to be happy at a festival. You know, you can choose to be happy, you know, somewhere else, doing something else. It's really just what you carry with you. You know, it's nothing outside of yourself can validate you or bring you a sense of happiness or togetherness. All that has to be derived from within. But I feel like going out and seeing your friends and choosing to enjoy yourself is a good energy too. I feel like you know, finding people that you can help distract yourself with is fun. You know, it's good. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. Your heart was broken. And you chose not to change your situation. Alright? You chose not to change it. Or you felt like there was no change in that situation. And we have the Star card, the Aquarius card, right? So I don't know if you're dealing with an Aquarius, but you know, you didn't see a future, and so now I see you reaching for the light in the darkness, right? Really choosing the star. Or you got your heart broken by the star. Pick the energy and where it fits, because yeah. I just feel like with this Five of Swords, I felt like it would be too much work, too much effort, too much of something, and you didn't want to put in all that, right? Or vice versa. They didn't want to put in all that. With this Six of Swords in reverse, I feel like you kind of felt like, I've already gone through my storms. I've already done all this, right? And you thought you had already done all this. But where I see you right now is right back where you were. Where you thought you were protecting yourself from, right? Where you thought you were going to be safe from this. You thought you would never feel this again, right? You would never get this heart broken, right? You thought. But then this motherfucker shows up. Oh, sorry. Somebody was messaging me and I was like, who that? It's just my coworker. So yeah. Yeah. You thought. Right? And then it's like you believe so much bullshit, so much surface bullshit about your scenario, right? And I feel like a lot of other things, like, you started to learn, right? And then it caused a tower for you. Like, everything that you thought it was fell apart. You thought you could just be coasting. I'm sorry. I won't laugh at your pain. I'm not laughing at your pain. I'm laughing because I understand. I'm laughing because I fucking get it. You chose from where you last left off. Like, you had finally gotten out of this. You're like, oh, I'm finally doing good. I'm doing great. Da, da, da. And by choosing the opposite of what you had chosen before, you ended up right fucking back where you were because you were ignoring the universe. You know? because you weren't listening to what the universe actually had to say to you. Man, can't imagine what it's like to ignore God. So, alright. Okay, and we have the Six of Cups in reverse. So yeah, it's like you're trying to be too much of a grown-up. You're not really tapping into your inner child, or you never got to have one. You never got to have a child, right? That's the flip-flop of that one. And maybe that's something that you're kind of sad about, where you once wanted to grow a family. You didn't necessarily want to be this party person forever, right? You didn't necessarily want to be that, or maybe you did, I don't know, but you feel something missing, right? You feel some pieces of your puzzle kind of not coming together, because you didn't want to change. You didn't want any responsibility, and here you go. The universe is like, you don't get it then. You don't get you don't want responsibility. Here you go. No responsibility for you. None. You get none. You get to deal with your damn self. That's what you get to do. That's kind of how God works. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm coming off as harsh. I just, I'm the messenger, right? And I feel like, I feel Spirit's frustration with you as well. There's like, you fucking refused to see things for what they were until it was too damn late. Until the fucking tower hit. And you were so busy trying to see things one way. You were so busy trying to be this, that you forgot something very important here. You forgot something very intrinsic about who you are. And if you hate one half of yourself, how could you ever get into union with the other half? That's kind of how it goes. So, lessons learned. I see this. Where are we going from here? I feel like you have a really sad lineup here. Where are we going from here? You shit on love long enough. Love just won't find you anymore. Ace of Swords. Alright. The beginning of honest communication. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's what God wanted from you the whole time, actually. So, yes, the beginning of honest communication. Cool. Yeah, because with this tower, you're definitely having to leave a cycle to enter into a new cycle. So maybe I'll put this with the tower, because this is like the aftermath. You will choose honest communication, right? God knows with whom, but at least it'll be honest, right? Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so you're kind of forced to feel a little defeated right now. The universe kind of requires that from you because you've been ignoring the universe, right? This is how the universe gets your attention. The universe is like, hey, we've been talking to you. You've been ignoring us. And so this is what's happening. You have to feel defeated. You have to come back to it. Because you weren't coming back to it. Because you were stuck in your own kind of like, whatever. Okay. Alright, so we've got the Knight of Swords. Yes, this goes with the Ace of Swords. Communication, rushing in. It's very honest communication. That's what I'm seeing. Swords is all about that brutal honesty, right? Princess of Wands. This is kind of the energy I'm seeing you in right now. Kind of, you're trying to go with somebody else's flow, right? A flow that was not your own creation. You were trying to live by other people's means. Like, you felt entitled to certain things, right? I always get this sense of entitlement in this card. Like, you felt entitled to what you got. But were you? Were you entitled? Alright, let's keep going. And also with Wands being communication and this princess being like buck ass naked, I get the sense of like bearing it all, you know, all that honesty, all that truth, all that shit that was hidden. I feel like there's a sense of having to bear it all. Nine of Swords. You've been cruel, or somebody's been cruel to you, but I feel like you get the sense that you hurt somebody. You know, just the way that this kind of laid out, I get the sense that you hurt somebody. And they don't want to be hurt by you, right? I feel like you shut down somebody in a way that you didn't, it wasn't necessary. You didn't need to do it that way, but you did. You didn't need to do it at all, actually. You could have just not done it. But you hurt somebody here, right? This Nine of Swords, you hurt somebody. And the way that it was placed with the Four of Wands, it was like you hurt somebody for your friends. Almost for their watching purposes, right? You almost hurt them for their happiness, right? You hurt somebody because you wanted somebody else to see you do that, right? And that's kind of fucked up, you know, to just hurt somebody for the sake of your homies, you know, when there was no reason. Like, there was not one fucking reason, right? We've got the Priestess, right? Very opposite energy. And this kind of lands on the Two of Cups in reverse, right? So I'm gathering this is a person you hurt. You hurt yourself, a priestess. You hurt somebody who is divinely blessed and guided. Somebody who lived their truth, who spoke their truth, and did not, you know, they didn't hurt anybody in the process. because they were already hurting, you know? They didn't say anything that people didn't already know, right? They just lived their truth, their honest truth. And honestly, I feel like that's quite noble. Because at least living the truth, right? At least being honest. You know, that is the opposite of doing wrong. that's like doing right, you know? I mean, if you've heard from any religious philosophical text ever, living your truth and being honest, being somebody whose word actually fucking means something. That's very honorable, especially when it's the hardest thing to do. Especially when they know that they're putting their neck right on the line, you know, that guillotine's flying at them, you know, and they're like, you know what, here's my truth, I'm gonna live it. And they sacrifice themselves in that truth, you know, that's kind of the energy I'm feeling here. Because you were very cruel to this person, so I feel that their truth, and you were doing it for the sake of your friends. You know, you were doing it because they needed to see you be a complete whatever. They needed to see you do that, right? And and now you're sitting here. Woe is me. I'm all alone. Whatever. Yeah, so, okay, and then, and you'll know if this story is yours. If it's not, please turn it off, because you'll know if this story is yours. Yeah, so this led to no change in the atmosphere, right, with this wheel card. So we're gonna throw a card on the wheel, right? We have the 9 of discs, right? You thought you were gaining something by not changing, right? You thought you were gaining something here. What were you gaining? Because it looks like you lost something. It looks like you thought you were gaining something. Maybe respect. Maybe that's what you needed. Your friend's respect. Right. And then we've got the 8 of Cups saying indolence, right? With the star. So you've been lazy in reaching for your star, reaching for that light in the darkness. You've been, you're like, I would reach, but it's so far. It's so much work. I actually have to do something. I don't want to do that. That's the energy I'm feeling. I'm calling you all the fucking way out. I'm sorry. I have to. So if this isn't your story, just shut it down. If this is your story, please stay on. I would like to continue this. It would just be too much work. That's what I get with this card. It's like, you're like, to actually fucking try, to actually effort my life a little bit. Oh my god. God, why would you ask me to fucking do anything? So... Anyway, let's continue. 3 more clarifiers. Alright. So with the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Cups in reverse, you started sacrificing yourself a little bit. You're like, maybe the universe will favor me if I'm not debaucherous, if I'm not out having a bunch of sex, if I'm not eating a bunch of junk food, if I start eating healthy, if I start taking care of myself, maybe the universe will favor me in some way. Maybe. But you hurt a priestess. Do you know what priestesses are? Priestesses are children of God. Okay? They are guided by God. Their honesty comes from God. They live their truth. They, they help others. They put in the fucking work, right? They're not indolent, right? They don't just slack off on their work here. They know what they're meant to do and they fucking do it. Yeah. And so with the Six of Swords in reverse, it's like, yeah, you want to get out of the storm? You want out of that? Well, be the fool. Follow your heart. Go into the unknown, And I feel like you've been getting that message a lot, but it's like, whatever. Yeah, and then with this, to clarify the Six of Cups in reverse, you got the Death card. So, like, if you haven't had children yet, probably you killed off the prospects of that. And also the Death card is like, maybe you're at the end of a cycle here. Maybe you're at the end of something. And that's going to cause you to be in a rebirth, right? So maybe your own rebirth is you, like, getting in touch with your inner child again, right? Well, I've had to rip Libra a new asshole, and they don't hate me, so I hope you don't hate me for this. I'm but the messenger. And to me, it feels like, how could the universe favor you when you choose not to do anything? And you choose not to do any of your life purpose, any of your work, nothing. You're just like, you know what? I may be a chosen one. I may be called to do something, but I'm going to be so hung up on my damn self. I'm going to be so in love with my damn friends that, I'm going to be cruel to people. Cruelty. You're going to be actually cruel to people. For the sake of your friends. And then you think you're going to gain favor from the universe. When literally that's the opposite of what you're meant to do. The opposite, you're meant to heal people, you're meant to bring them together, you're meant to guide them, but you want to do the opposite. You want to tear somebody down from the very core of who they are, and you think you're going to get favor? You think that's cute. That's fucking cute. Maybe in a past life you did the right things. Maybe in a past life you did what you were meant to do. Maybe you were owed some blessings, but then you fucking shot those blessings in the face, didn't you? So, have fun in your tower while it explodes. Enjoy that. I have to get to work. Namaste. I love you all, and I hope that this was helpful.